online. I've got juicy jerky in my teeth. Okay, now I have to show you what juicy jerky actually is. This is juicy jerky. No, I'm not affiliated with this product, but this product is amazing. Y'all should write this down. It's actually real fruit. It's amazing. And if you need something to put in your little tummy throughout the day, it's amazing. So I'm going to start this live by saying this, which has nothing to do with the topic of today. There's so often you guys make promoting something hard, right? It's like, how do I promote my services? How do I promote my coaching program? How do I promote the houses I want to sell? How do I promote my network marketing company? How do I promote this? And I'm telling you, it got like, it's not, was it hard for me to share this with you? Right? How many of you guys wrote down the name Juicy Jerky? Any of you guys? Did any of you guys write down the name? Put me, Keith did, Pat did. Anybody else write down the name? Jill did, Michael did, right? I'm still holding up the thing. Notice this is called a repitch, right? I'm just holding it up. I'm just holding it up. Does this have to be weird? Does it no, I don't own this product, but if I did, could I do it the same way? Right, y'all? And so Sharon's like, I just screenshotted it. By the way, mango pineapple is amazing and strawberry is my favorite. Blueberry's good, but needs a little bit more flavor. So that is a great demonstration, right? And obviously somebody needed to hear that today, so because it wasn't built into my content today. But the reason why I think that's important is you're making marketing hard. You're making it weird. You're making it intense. You're making it so exhausting. And so what happens is you do less of the things that cause you more pain. Do you get that? Yes. So let me tell you something. Panic does not create purpose. When you panic about how do I go out there and promote this product? How do I go out there and promote this online membership site? How do I go out there and promote my new journals, right? We have new journals. People are already messaging me. We have new journals coming out. These are different journals. They're going to be launched at Zone events. So you guys coming to Zone event, you're going to get access to be able to get these journals. These journals are totally different. I solved a problem like you do. I solved a problem in the marketplace. And the marketplace problem was I found a lot of agendas that were awesome at helping me manage my time, but not manage my mind, right? And if my mind is not managed, what do you think happens to my time? Well, let's go back to the juicy jerky and promoting. So if I feel afraid to promote this, if I feel like I gotta do this right, I gotta sound like Chalene Johnson, I gotta sound like Tony Robbins, I gotta sound like somebody who you're not built like, right? If you gotta do it because that's the way to do it, then I'm telling you the identity crisis needs to stop, because honesty converts, right? Honesty converts. When I joined a network marketing company, I shared why I honestly joined it. And people reached out to me and they were like, I want to be on your team. Do you think it's powerful to be on my team on network marketing? Yes or no? Right? Do you think it's powerful? Absolutely. Absolutely. You know what I did this morning? I thought about how to make the people that joined my team more successful and started building some mini teams. And I started that the end of last week. And now there's text threads that are going out today and tomorrow to connect these mini pods. Where'd I get the pod coaching from? Mentor Me Live. Where'd I get that from? My leadership program. When I see something that works, I amplify it. You do too. The challenge is when I hung out and asked myself, am I good enough? Can I do it like Tony Robbins? Can I sound like Suzanne Evans or whatever? Nothing happened, because I didn't just impromptu say, buy my stuff. Billie Jean does that all the time. My good friend Billie Jean is like, just buy my stuff. Just buy my stuff. It's good. Just buy my stuff. Now that works for Billie. You know why? It manages his mind. Whoever's got Keith, whatever that background noise is, somebody's phone or somebody's unmuted, please make sure you get it muted. Okay, so you get it? Like, manage my mind. So if your mind says it's unsafe to go out there and to promote, then what you're going to do is you're going to get so far off purpose. And this is the content for today. You're going to get so far off purpose that what you're going to end up doing, is this good? Yes or no? Is this good? Is this timely? Put time in the chat if this is timely for you. If you're hearing this and it's time for you to go to the next level, put the word time in the comment section right now. Because there's sometimes you listen to things and they're interesting, but they don't create income, right? And interesting doesn't create income because it doesn't get you to move. And if you have in your head that if you are afraid, I'll go back to that. If you're afraid, 3 points I want to make sure I hit today. If you are afraid of going out there and marketing yourself, and write this down, this is what fear looks like so that you can identify it, because it's kind of like people have gotten into bad relationships. You didn't know you were in a trauma bond until you were. You didn't know you were with a narcissist until you were. You didn't know you were being abused until it was like, what just happened to my life? Right? And so this is what fear does to you. It entraps you. And then what happens is you live in this culture of it and you think it's normal. And then society goes out there, and I mean this with love, but some of the worst coaching on the planet I've ever seen is things like, just love your life. If I'm about to become diabetic, I should not love my life. I should have a higher standard for myself. If my kid's about to go to college and I had a vision of paying for it, then what type of person am I to live in this? Am I good enough? Am I doing it right? That's all a distraction. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to be the person, Paula, Donna, I'm not going to be the person that tells you that you should be different. Your goals should be different. I'm not, because you have your goals. I'm going to be the person that says, close your gap today. Right? So here's my point number 1, step up. Write this down, because when we get off this live, I want you to look at this and be like, where do I need to step up? Step up. Step up. Right? I did a video this morning thinking about you guys today, coming on Shanda On Demand. I did a video this morning, literally in the doctor's office right now. Thought I would send a message and just say, you don't have to feel embarrassed about anything you do. You don't have to accept anybody's opinions of you. You can manage the emotions inside your mind, and there's absolutely nothing that you can't create today. And I am a firm believer of that. People will love to put their shame, their guilt, their judgment on you, and the bigger you play, the more those shots come. When I kept my mouth shut and I was quiet and never tried to help a soul and just had my own dreams in my heart, and the key is never tried to help a soul, then guess what? Nobody ever critiqued me. I was this sweet girl that everybody just loved to have around. And when you start to put your neck out there, and that's not always just helping other people, it could be just building something that makes other people feel insecure, because at the end of the day, people who judge are people who are off purpose. So don't judge other people, but go after it today. You get it? So it's like I did that in a doctor's office with half my clothes off, right? And why would I do that at that point? Because I'm sitting there going, I got to get this message out. Like I got to get you to promote you. You know what I mean? Like, you guys, get off my back. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know about you guys. How many guys are holding somebody on your back right now? Put back in the chat. How many guys are holding somebody on? You're holding their responsibility. Who do you got on your back? Right? If you got somebody on your back that you are owning their responsibilities or life, put the word back in the chat. Now, here's what I'm trying to say. You create that. Right? So if you step up, you don't have time to put them on your back. But I'm gonna encourage you to say to the people around you, you step up. Because you know what happens when team happens around you? You know what happens when you work out your trauma bonds and you stop battling with fear? Because fear is what has you put them on your back. Because if you can get enough of a heavy load, then you have an excuse not to go and step up at the level that you think. And I'm telling you, the cost is so big because the person you put on your back does not ever get to manifest their purpose. They never get to manifest their purpose because you become their excuse. Did that land for somebody right now? Now, here's the flip. They're your excuse. They're your excuse. It's a trauma bond, right? And so what happens is, and I see this in my leadership programs, right? Why am I potting out my network marketing team? Because in my leadership program, we have 99% of the people who hit the result. It's unbelievable to me that, and we don't have another class this year. We're done for the year. But it's unbelievable how much work and how much promoting, pretend this is the leadership program, how much promoting I have to do to get people to step up. Do you know what I mean? Because like, well, I've failed at other programs. 99% of the people are getting the results. I mean, effing run to the training. Do you guys get what I'm saying? Like, it's like we're so bogged down with carrying people on our backs, with making up excuses that we're working our life away, but we're not stepping up. Who am I talking to right now? Put me. Right? And so it's wild how much you need to promote, how much I need to promote HCL, my leadership program. And I don't even have anything to sell you right now. I don't have another training until January. You know what I mean? Like, and I share this with you because you need to do the same. Do you have a heart to help, or do you have a heart to stay stuck? Are you interested in wasting your life in excuses, or do you really, really mean what you say when you care about the people that you can help? Because if you care about the people you can help, you will get out there and you will market every day. Who's hearing me right now? You can't market every day. And it's, by the way, I'm just kind of like working it out with you right now. Because like I sit there and I go, do you know how many people I have to motivate? Including in my own effing company. Like, I can't wait to the day I wake up and I've got inbox messages on results versus me having to go seek them, both from clients, both from team. Step up. You are better than this. You do not have to let anybody tell you that you are too loud, too expressive, too excited, too crazy in your nutrition. You get it? Because if people are telling you you're too much, too intense, too healthy, too much work, I'm telling you, there's a whole world out there that will tell you that there's something wrong with you. But you know what something wrong is? Watching another effing Netflix series. Do you know what I mean? Like, I had to disconnect from Suits because it was taking me down. It was messing my sleep up. I was staying up. For me, like, midnight is a scary thought because I'm getting up at 4:30. And it doesn't matter if I'm on East Coast or West Coast, I'm getting up, right? I've trained myself and I don't want to slip. So I'm getting up. And so then what happens is I don't get enough sleep. And then I'm slow. You know, and I can tell you when I get bottlenecked, it's because I got too many people on my back. I'm writing freaking emails. I'm like coming up with strategies. I'm owning how to sell things. I'm owning how to lead things. I'm owning how to collect things. I'm owning how to get, you get what I'm saying? Like, I'm owning how to get my kid raised. I'm owning how to be a friend. I'm owning how to, help people see their business more clearly. I'm owning how to make people feel better, and I'm just telling you, you got to do something that I call, and I do it a couple of times a year, and I shake the dog. I shake the dog. And when I shake the dog, what I do is I get people off my back. And how many of you guys need to shake the dog right now? Like, it's time. Doesn't mean you have to make them feel bad. It doesn't mean, in fact, you're actually giving them their purpose back. Right? You're giving women their voices back. You're giving men their balls back. Like, you're literally, when you shake the dog, you're not hurting people. So you don't need to deliver it to them as you are, like, you don't have to hurt them. Like, they're not wrong, bad, incapable. They're not any of that unless you put that on them. You want to curse them like that? Then listen, that's on you. You're going to have to work that out. Right. But and I did that for many years. I had to do a lot of repenting. Right. And so, but what you can do is realize that you're like, okay, hey, I helped you and now you got it. Right. I was here for you and now you got it. I took your midnight calls for the last 2 weeks. You got it. Right? If you were going to own this, everybody should write this down because it's for your own management of your mind as well for other people to help lead them. If you were going to own this, what would you do next? If you were going to own this, what would you do next? Because what a lot of people do is they sit in the excuse. And then when they put their neck out a little bit, they get slapped because somebody won't align with what they want. And this happens in corporate America all the time, but it also happens as an entrepreneur all the time.
What does the green say?
Mute that, please. Either do a straight mute and then unmute me. You are, now that had me lose my thought. I had me lose my thought on that, unfortunately. So shake the dog with awesome. Shake your dog with your head high. So yeah, so when you transfer the power back to the people in your life, do it in a way that is honoring. Because you were part of the build and now they need to build, whatever that looks like. Okay, if you pass the baton back like they're an idiot, guess what you're gonna get? Incapable people, because you already put them on their back and now you told them why you put them on your back when that's not necessarily the case. Some of the reason why some of you guys put people on your backs because you could do it better, you could do it faster, you could do it whatever. And instead of allowing the same runway you had to get great at something, you short-circuited that because you didn't have the patience. Right? Some of you guys put people on your back because they really needed you to. They were handling a lot of things and you could come in and be team. So putting on the back was team, but it doesn't mean that you own that role forever, right? I don't own the role of daddy. I own the role of mommy, and I ain't never going to be a daddy. You get what I'm saying? Like maybe I have to step in sometimes and discipline. Sometimes there's single moms out there, but you're still mommy, right? You can't, you're still mommy. You birthed them out of your womb. You know what I mean? Like men, DNA wise, are built very different than women. Even though I know the world says different things now, we can choose our identity. I'm not trying to get a bone in that fight. It's not what I'm trying to say. But what I am trying to say is that we are chronologically built differently. And I don't think God made a mistake on that. And so I share this with you because number one, I need you to step up. Number two, if you didn't catch the second point, it was you must own your role. Another way to say that is you must own your results. You must own your results. Do you know that there is nothing more insulting for your life than to go through today and work? It is so insulting for your life to go through today and work. Do you know what's honoring for your life? To drive to a point, right? Some of you guys need to stop for a minute and you need to go take time out and go take your kid on a 30-minute or 1 hour or even a 15-minute date because things are falling apart there. Some of you guys need to do that with someone you love in your life. Some of you guys need to do that with your fridge and actually set up your fridge so that tomorrow you don't eat like crap, right? You need to own a result today. And if there's anything that I can tell you, the distinction that kills people's businesses and lives is they work. There is no shortage of people around me that don't work. Almost everybody. I mean, I know people go through seasons where they wonder, what am I doing? And they waste their day. But eventually those people find a path and they work, right? They work their way through that confusion. They work their way through that challenge and they work. But they work their way through the life because there is no result that has a commitment for the day. And I am telling you, I work on this with my son. my husband, myself, my clients, my team. Like, I think it's absolutely crazy to be on a sales team and not have a result at the end of the day, or to be an entrepreneur and you've got a program coming up and there's no specific result. Working on something is not a result. There's no commitment in it, or very little. Very little. I don't know if you can hear this or not. Put an H in the chat if you're hearing this. Okay? If you're hearing the difference between work and result. Okay, this isn't me being a hard ass. It is me saying, do you have a clear and measurable result? Measurable, which means you know you were successful, or are you working on something? If you ever work closely with me and you say, oh, Shanda, I'm working on that talk, I'm like, ugh. I don't want you working on the talk. What's your commitment? Are you going to have the talk done at the end of today? Are you going to have the intro done at the end of today? Right? Like, I don't care what level of standard your result is. I just care there's a result, and not one that you look back on and go, well, I worked the day and I created that. That's BS. That's not owning your life. It's a very low level of commitment. And I can tell you, I know some of you guys already know this. People confuse working with that they're committed. If you do not hit goals, you are not committed. I know, ouch. Or maybe that's an opening. That really comes down to your perspective. Some people hear this as ouch. Some people hear this as, I see light at the end of the tunnel. If I actually just built myself, I have a whole coaching, whole Facebook group called Coach Yourself to Success. How many of you guys know that when I turn off this video, you got more questions? Put me in the chat. How many of you guys know when I shut off this video, you got more questions? And so if you're watching me on social media right now, not on Zoom, but on social media right now, you need to go to getgoodcoaching.com, because you have no idea how long I'm going to do this for. Getgoodcoaching.com. Somebody messaged me and said, Shanda, for $30 for the month, will you actually show me how to build a high ticket program? I'm like, I don't know if it ends up in my content, because if it's in my content, I'll show you how to do it. Right? I can show you how to design a high content program, how to fill an event, how to do a signature talk, how to sell out an event, how to sell out an event speaking on the speaking circuit, or how to sell it out through freedom funnels. Who are my zone people? Put zone in the chat that are coming to zone event. End of November. I was going to say end of August, end of November in Austin, Texas, right? Put zone in the chat if you're coming. These guys are going to be taught freedom funnels. They're going after it, right? Somebody says to me, if I go to getgoodcoaching.com, Shanda, and I invest $30 with you, will you teach me that? I'm like, shit, honey. If you've been watching any of my videos online, you should be thinking, oh my gosh, she should be charging like $1,000 a month for the fact that her and Jonathan and sometimes Ash, her husband, gets on a Zoom when I shut off these lives, and we hot seat people. We get into the real conversations about what's going on with you as an entrepreneur, what's going on with you as a human, right? Like, what do you need to work out so that you can unleash to a result today? So you stop working your way through life and you get a result today. And if you're in the on-demand mastermind, which is on Zoom, and you don't ask me a question, like, step up. Because I'm going to tell you, you don't know how long people are going to be here. Opportunities are going to be here. I will be here. You will be here. Your motivation will be here. I think to myself, I want to work today and get a result, because I don't know how long my energy is going to be here. And I'm telling you, I love that I have high energy. And I'm telling you, I work somebody just walked in my house 2 seconds ago. Right? 2 seconds ago, to cook high vibrational, clean food for me, because I won't do it myself. So I had to go create the money to be able to do that, because I value myself. And I value that my kid will never have mac and cheese. My child will never have that type of food hit his body. He doesn't even know what it is. My kid's the guy that calls me, FaceTimes from the teacher at kid camp because the birthday cake has red dye. And my son has sat down with me and watched how other countries don't have red dye. By the way, France just set a law that iPhone 14 and 15s are no longer allowed in France. Why? EMF waves, right? Why do I pay somebody's going to Puerto Rico with me to EMF our house? My house in California is EMF. By the way, it's not expensive. If you need to know my EMF guy, you can send me a direct inbox message and step up. And don't just listen to it, send me a direct inbox message. And if I don't answer it, step up. Come back and ask me. If I still don't answer it, step up and own the fact that maybe I'm not ignoring you and I get hundreds of messages. Step up for you and your family and own your result at the end of the day. You get it? So number one is, what do you need to step up to today? Number two is, I hope you're stepping up to a result at the end of today. Number three is, I would actually recommend that result happens like in the next 2 to 3 hours max, because that creates urgency in it. And the last thing I wanted to say is, make a sale today. Even if you don't know what you're selling, even if you don't know what you're pricing, go out there and make a sale today. You know why? Because there's nothing that gets you more clear about what you're selling, what to price at, what to put in it, whatever it is. There's nothing that gets you clear until you have enough courage to go out there and do it messy. Just guess. And then when someone doesn't buy from you, because some of you guys, they won't, right? Because over 80% of your money is in the follow-up. Well, guess what I hear perception when I hear the word follow-up? I don't feel grind. I don't feel salesy. I don't feel like it's too much work. I don't feel like I don't want to do it. You know what I feel like? I'm processing with you. And if I see myself as a good human on a mission, which I know many of you guys see yourself that way, then that means that I'm processing with you. I'm helping you work through your emotions. You're helping your buyer work through their emotions, their confusion, your confusion, figuring it out together, and you're coming to a final destination of an agreement. That is my hope for you today. I hope that you loved Shanda On Demand today. I will be going live tomorrow as well. And then I will be having some trainers train from Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, because I will be leading an event for the network marketing company that I work with now. So if you have any interest in building another revenue stream with me in network marketing, send me a direct inbox message and put the word partner. Okay, send me a direct inbox message and put the word partner, because on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I will be doing a training for them that will set up the revenue streams. So if you want to be part of that company with me, you're going to have to send me a private message, the word partner, but step up. If for some reason I don't answer, don't take it personal. Just step back up. Step back up and own it. And I promise you, I'll be there to support you. All right, my friends. All right, On Demand Mastermind, I'm coming to you guys, social media. Have a great day.